Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your watching and welcome to the English news of Binh Phuoc radio, television station and newspaper. Following are the headlines as usual. Celebrating President Ho Chí Minh's 132nd birthday. Binh Phuoc presents awards for first innovation startup contest. National Assembly Chairman holds talks with Singaporean counterpart. Vietnam Blockchain Association makes debut. Ladies and gentlemen, Binh Phuoc province recently held a symposium on President Ho Chí Minh's thoughts on culture and rewarded exemplary example in studying and following his thoughts, morality, and style.
Professor Vũ Minh Giang, chairman of the Science and Training Council at the Hanoi National University, presented an address on Ho Chí Minh's thoughts on culture and building new human cultural issues. Secretary of the Binh Phuoc Provincial Party Committee, Nguyễn Mạnh Cường, also announced the results of the 5th Central Conference, 13th Central Executive Committee, which took place in Hanoi from May 4 to 10th. The conference discussed important matters, including 2 projects, building grassroots party organizations and party members, and a proposal to establish a provincial steering committee on anti-corruption. In recent times, Binh Phuoc has effectively implemented Directive No. 5 from the Politburo on promoting learning and following Ho Chí Minh's thoughts, morality, and style, with many creative and popular means of doing so introduced. The campaign has strongly influenced the awareness and actions of local people. More and more examples of advanced collectives and individuals have appeared, boosting motivation, solidarity, civic consciousness, and a desire among people to dedicate themselves to serving the country.
Binh Phuoc Province has held an award ceremony for its first Innovation Startup Contest 2021 and launched the second contest to be held this year.
After more than 16 months of implementing the building a model for growing fruit and vegetables meeting Vietgap and Global Gap standards in the border districts of Bù Đốp, Lộc Ninh, and Bù Gia Mập in Binh Phuoc Province project, the Binh Phuoc Department of Science and Technology granted Vietgap and Global Gap certification to 7 cooperatives, 5 which received the former and 2 the latter. In the first Innovation Startup Contest held in 2021, the organizing board received 24 submissions. The judging panel selected 17 for the final round. Each won awards, including 1 first prize, 1 second prize, 1 third prize, and 5 consolation prizes.
The Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Council has supervised a number of investment projects in the construction, management, upgrading, maintenance, and repairs of lakes, dams, and irrigation and rural water supply projects in Bù Đăng district.
There are 13 lakes and dams for irrigation in Bù Đăng district. The Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is currently repairing a number of degraded water storage works with a provincial budget, costing an estimated 3 billion dong and expected to be completed this year. There are also 19 water supply projects in the district, 10 of which have received investment from the Provincial People's Committee, with the Binh Phuoc Irrigation Service One Member Limited Liability Company assigned as manager and operator. However, while 9 projects have been invested in by the District People's Committee using capital from the government's Program 134, only 2 are operating. As many water supply works in Bù Đăng district are not operating effectively and waste the investment, relevant authorities and branches will soon organize inspections and provide funding for repairs and upgrades, especially for water supply works in rural areas.
Let's take a look at the top story around the country. On May 18, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ hosted a welcome ceremony and then held talks with Speaker of Singaporean Parliament Tan Chuyên, who is paying an official visit to Vietnam.
Welcoming Speaker Tan Chuyên, National Assembly Chairman Huệ thanked him for his participation in the opening ceremony of the 31st SEA Games held on May 12 by the host Vietnam. At the talks, the two leaders agreed that amid complicated developments in the world, the two countries need to strengthen their cohesion and cooperation more closely. The cooperation between two parliaments should be further enhanced, they said, adding that this would help promote the strategic partnership between two countries. Agreeing with the proposals of the Vietnamese top legislator, the Singaporean speaker said, when the COVID-19 epidemic is under control, the two countries have many opportunities to boost their cooperation in various sectors. Following the talks, the two leaders signed a cooperation agreement between two parliaments. Earlier on the same day, the Singaporean Parliament delegation paid tribute to President Ho Chi Minh at his mausoleum and visited his still house.
The Vietnam Blockchain Association will launch in the capital city of Hanoi on May 17, the first official legal entity specializing in the field of blockchain technology.
The Vietnam Blockchain Association will gather blockchain research and application enthusiasts throughout Vietnam. It aims to promote the nation's digital economy in order to mark Vietnam's position on the world technology map. Vietnam has been focusing on researching and applying blockchain, a form of data storage and transmission technology using encryption. Due to its transparency in data sharing, high confidentiality, and trustworthiness, blockchain is being used in many industries, such as finance, logistics, and retail.
Vietnam exported 22,500 tons of rice to the EU for nearly $18 million in the first quarter of 2022, roughly a fourfold increase in both volume and value compared to the same period last year, thanks to preferential tariffs enjoyed under the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement.
In the first 4 months of this year, over 30,000 tons of Vietnamese rice were shipped to EU nations, earning the country some $23 million, according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade's Agency of Foreign Trade. Italy rose to the top of EU importers, with spending on Vietnamese rice surging 26-fold year-on-year. Other major buyers included Germany, France, the Netherlands, and Sweden. Under the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, the EU is committed to purchasing 80,000 tons of rice annually from Vietnam, which will enjoy zero duties in 3 to 5 years. The shipments include 30,000 tons of milled rice, 20,000 tons of unmilled rice, and 30,000 tons of fragrant rice.
On the occasion of birthday of President Ho Chi Minh, joined us on a trip to visit the northern mountainous province of Tuyên Quang, the former capital of the Liberation Zone. For local people in Tuyên Quang province, images of the beloved alcohol remain in their hearts and minds.
In the memory of Hồng Ngọc, an 85-year-old man in Tân Lập village in Tân Trào commune, Uncle was a rich and homely person. Despite his busy schedule as head of the country, he spent time with soldiers and farmers, encouraging them to boost production.
Uncle Ho built an embankment so that the fields would be dry. At the time, we did not know he was Uncle Ho. He was the eldest in the revolutionary delegation to Tuyên Quang, so we called him Sir Kẻ, an old person, and Sir Revolutionary Kẻ.
Lang Sao village in Sơn Dương district of Thành commune was selected as the first destination for Uncle Ho, the party's central committee, and the government to lead the national resistance war in 1947.
At the time, villagers were facing extreme difficulty. There was nothing but cassava and sweet potato for Uncle Ho.
During the Resistance War, Uncle Ho lived and worked in Tuyên Quang province for 6 years, where he and the party's Central Committee organized many important meetings and made decisions that led to a landslide victory over the invaders.
Each historical site and revolutionary base will go down in history, highlighting the contributions of Tuyên Quang's ethnic minority people to the country's revolutionary war.
Following Uncle Ho's teachings, the local party committee and people joined hands to build Tuyên Quang into a locality boasting style development in the northern mountainous area. It now has 54 new style rural areas and posts over $2,000 in per capita gross regional domestic product.
And that's all for today on Bình Phuoc Radio Television Station and Newspaper News. Once again, thanks for your watching and goodbye for now.